All right, yo, what's going on, everybody? Today is Saturday, July 12th, 2025. Bitcoin block height 905,282. Transaction fees 1 sat per VByte across the board. Low, medium, and high priority. 420 unconfirmed transactions in this mempool. Looks like we just had a block here with 504 transactions 2 minutes ago. Mined by unknown. Could it be a solo miner? And now not many transactions here in this mempool. So might be a good time if you're trying to do some UTXO consolidation. Maybe you're going to be bidding on some Bitcoin spaces, opening some identities. Doing anything, now is a good time. I might check it out and see if I got anything to do. After this video, of course. Bitcoin USD price, 117,507 US pieces of paper. 24-hour high was 118,244. 24-hour low was 116,940. $1 gets you 851 Satoshis. That number keeps going down. Bitcoin Spaces protocol, 1.5036 total. Bitcoin burned, 7,712 bids. 2,247 transfers and registers. And 2,342 rollouts. So we still only have 2,342 spaces rolled out here on Spaces Protocol. Still super duper early, but climbing. Every day we get more names registered, more Bitcoins burned. But I look at this total here, 1.5, and I compare it to something like this, Magic Eden. And look at these dudes, man. These guys are slanging this Bitcoin around. 1.8, 0.8, 0.5. I mean, total Bitcoin, 5.7 Bitcoin. So, hey, people degening, dude. People degening over here. And these are just like, silly little pictures. These are just little pictures, right? Look at these things, art on chain. They got these silly little pictures going on here. There's some coolness to it, a little something. You get a little profile pic and stuff, but they get obscenely overpriced. But hey, that's the game, that's the fun too, right? Flipping. But once that starts coming over here to Spaces Protocol, I think they go hand in hand too. You got the Magic Eden, Bitcoin Ordinals profile picture. Well, the Spaces Protocol, it's naming. These are identities. These are profile names. So you have all these people on X, Twitter, and you got your name, Bowser. Is Bowser taken? Let me see here. No, Bowser's available. You got your name, and you're like, oh, that's me on X, X dot, whatever your username is, right? And then you go to another platform and your username's taken. You're like, oh, I'm Bowser on X, but on Facebook I'm Bowser123, and on Twitter I'm Bowser59. You have all these different, Instagram or YouTube. You got all these different names because you got to hurry up and scurry along to register with these social media platforms, these centralized social media platforms. And then a new one pops up. Maybe you're like, oh, I got to register here just in case. Well, Spaces Protocol is one name to rule them all. One name to rule them all. And it's on Bitcoin. All these things. Let's take a look here. FUCK. Whoa! Look at all these bids. You see all these bids here. You could see the address. You could take it on any block explorer. You could look at it and be like, okay, this dude timestamped it on 7/9/2025 at 11:20, 3 days ago. He paid 3.87 sats per V-byte. And this is what he's got in his wallet, 33,000 Satoshis. You know, yada, yada, yada. You can look at all this stuff, how many confirmations it has, optimal fee rate, you know, just whatever. You can see what block it was in. So there's all this stuff you can see, like, okay, this dude actually owns this identity, Bowser, you know, whatever it is. And you could use this identity across any peer-to-peer application. The new bit chat that Jack Dorsey's coming out with, Nostr, Bitcoin Lightning Network, you know, whatever. All the new shit, right? The new stuff in the future is not going to be centralized garbage like we have now. That stuff has a strong network effect, but that network effect actually is going to eat itself up. It's going to get worse. It's going to kick people off. It's going to exclude people. It's just gotten so big that now it's a negative network effect. And these ones like Nostr have positive network effects that actually they're not going to run out because they're decentralized. So these are the true names of the internet, decentralized identities, permissionless identities on Bitcoin. And we are still so very early. Space is in auction. Fuck. Legal. Marketing. Sha. All can be claimed, but still open for bidding. Asia, Blizzard, DT, DS, DF. Claimable in about 7 hours and 40 minutes. Recent Spaces actions. Some transfers on GPT, Victory, FP, Cherry, AH, Athlete, Sam. And a couple bids on Oasis, KW. Recent spaces to roll out, we saw some Puni codes, Zulu, IJ, Cashew Mint, TM, RR, PY, OK, Kingdom. So we're starting to see some Cashew people in here, some eCash, Cashew. We have Cashew Mint rolled out right here. This is currently in auction. I think Cashew, yep, that rolled out. 2 bids on it, 5 total events. 2,000 Satoshis. Oh, so cheap. And what else did we see? Did we see Nostr? I think that was like super early Nostr. Yeah, that was back in December 2024. This protocol is still super early. About to come up on a 1-year anniversary. They launched it late November 2024, so we're about 8 months in, 7 months in. And this one was 20,000 Satoshis for @Nostr. Pretty good. I think that's a decent one. Upcoming rollouts, F1, Kevin, P2PK, MQ, KW, TW, Blog, Oasis, TH Puni Code, and Yogi. And we're starting to see a lot of the 2 digits. I think there's like 626 to squared to the second power, you know, I don't know, whatever it is. 26 letter in the alphabet plus we're seeing some digits come out too. So I think there's like 636, something like that. Total combinations for 2 letters. And they're going to be super valuable. The 1 letters already went. The 2 letters, people are rolling them out now. The 3 letters are even valuable. They're being rolled out. And then words, you know, super good words. Bitcoin, you know, that's one of the best words. Somebody got that one. Bitcoin. That one went for 10 million Satoshis. 10 million Satoshis for Bitcoin. But there was another one I saw too. Bitcoins. There were some bids on this. 7 total events. 5 bids. And this one went for a lot cheaper. 31,000 Satoshis. So whoever got this, I think they got a good deal. I know right now we're like, oh, Bitcoins, boo, it's Bitcoin. But that could change. You never know. So when I saw this, I was thinking about getting in here. I really didn't think it was going to go for that cheap. I thought it was going to go crazy. So I was like, I'll hold off a little bit. This thing's going to go up, and maybe I'll swoop in and try to put a little bit on it. You know, I don't know. But boom, it ended 31,000. And that's all she wrote. So I think that's a good one. There was other one that I saw. Satoshi, of course, right? Satoshi, 25 total events, 23 total bids. That one went for 200,000 Satoshis, is it? Yeah, that's 200,000 Satoshis right there. 0.002 Bitcoin, 200,000 Satoshis. So that's Satoshi. And then another one, Nakamoto. Yeah, Nakamoto went too. And that one went for 20,000 Satoshis. So 200,000, 20,000 Satoshis. Both are good. I was thinking about this one, Nakamoto. You could get Satoshi at Nakamoto. That one's pretty slick. All right, let's take a look at the marketplace here. Spaces.market, latest listings. This is where you can just buy the spaces outright. You don't have to bid on them and then wait to 24 hours to 10 days and then someone could outbid you. These are just straight up marketplace, secondary marketplace, and you can just buy these ones outright. What do we got here? Reflect, ZI, Natural, Access, Weather, LS, Rice, 911, PA. All right, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all for watching.